The effects of music have shaped the world, but are only known by a small portion of society. Today, we will discover the secrets of this phenomenon. While some may say that music is purely a form of entertainment, what we think of it is grossly underrated. This point of view is demonstrated by FWAB when they posted on Reddit, "Does anyone else think music is pointless?" They were greeted by a flood of comments with varying points of view, but the majority stated that to a point, music was indeed pointless. As Henry Wadsworth Longfellow said, music is the universal language of mankind. Music has had a profound impact on modern society, reflecting and influencing our moods and emotions. But how true is this? Growing up, I wondered why I had to learn the piano and would ask my parents, "Why do I have to learn the piano?" The reply would often be, because music plays a key role in cognitive function. I didn't realize it at the time, but they were right. Over the years, I've seen how people who didn't grow up with music approach problems, and found that it was often harder for them to grasp certain concepts. The skeptics may say that it was just a coincidence, and that I was so-called gifted and the others were not. But this is disproven by the following points. Point number 1. Music is connected to emotions. Music has had a profound impact on our minds and emotions. This is proven by music teacher Draven Jackson. In her blog, she discusses how she has seen the effects of music on the children that she instructs. One key fundamental that music can envelop is how your taste in music is often depicted by your mood. One example of this is how adolescent males tend to like quote-unquote angry music, such as rock and heavy metal. Listening to this music can be an indicator that they want to be independent and do whatever they want, which is a common theme within the lyrics of modern rock music. She also depicted how music can change your emotions. An example of this is if someone feels down and then they play the song Happy, they would steadily become more joyful. This reaction is due to the brain remembering a time when you weren't sad. The brain then releases endorphin and dopamine. A motivational speaker named Sam Dema tells a story about how one day he was in a bad mood because things just weren't going well for him. But all that changed when he got on the bus. The bus driver began to play his favorite worship music, but Sam made it a goal not to let the bus driver's positivity get to him. He ended up failing that goal at minute 10. It wasn't just the bus driver's attitude that changed Sam's day, it was the music as well. It not only created a welcome environment, but also changed his mood. This does, however, have an adverse effect. Similarly to good music, when bad music is played, it can make you feel emotions that you otherwise wouldn't be feeling. Even without lyrics, music can still affect you. Let's take a listen. I am going to play 2 clips, but focus on how the clips make you feel. Here's the first one. Now compare that with this. Big difference, right? Even without saying anything, both of the recordings made you feel entirely different emotions. Point number 2. Music can affect the body through the mind. In a questions answered article, the writer delves into the various effects music can have on the body. The writer points out how the lyrics of music can affect you. If you were in pain and wanted the pain to go away, you might try to distract yourself. For this reason, music is often used for pain reduction in music therapy, because you will be too distracted by the emotions caused by the music to feel the pain that you are currently in. The writer then points out how the rhythm of music can synchronize your body and mind. The rhythm of music causes the body and mind to function on the same beat. This leads to relaxation and pain reduction. An NPR article written by Anna Hinch shows the innate power of rhythm as a choir sings together. As they sing, their hearts begin to beat as one, instead of each one of them beating at their individual pace. Point number 3. Music connects memories. In an interview with participant Ashley Dye, a professional musician, I heard a story that piqued my interest. For over 12 years of her life, Ashley has played music on her harp, and for the latter part of that duration, she has played for a range of audiences. In one such case, she performed at a nursing home, which is where she met an elderly gentleman, struggling to remember much of anything in his old age. As she began to play on her harp, the man began to remember a time in the Vietnam War, when he was flying off to battle and passed over a field of anglervice, and even though he was going off to battle, he felt a sense of peace as he looked out over the field. She then proceeded to explain how this is possible through the power of music. The reason you have memories in your brain is through neural connections, but after traumatic experiences and other reasons, those neural connections can grow dormant. Music, however, has the capability to reignite those neural connections through the speed, volume, and tone of music. If you would like to learn more about this topic, I have included a link in the description to a video that delves deeper into the science behind music. All I have talked about thus far is the effects of music. But what if there's more to the picture? What if music were only part of the masterpiece? In one of my former studies, I researched the effects that words can have on people. I didn't have suitable participants for this experiment, however, so I resorted to using rice, submerged in water, in glass jars. For a month, I spoke to each jar an individual set of sentences and words. To the first jar, I spoke 5 positive sentences of admiration. To the second, I spoke only negative sentences and words. And to the last, I didn't say anything at all. After a month had passed of me speaking to the jars of rice daily, I received the following results. From the first jar, there was a small amount of mold. From the second jar, there were large amounts of mold. And from the third jar, there were medium amounts of mold. I was puzzled by the results because there was supposed to be very little effect on the control jar, which is when I realized that I did not have a controlled environment, which explained the deviation. Although I conducted this experiment, I did not create it. The credit for making this experiment goes to a Japanese doctor named Dr. Mezuro Imoto. In his experimentation, he had a controlled environment, which produced much more noticeable results. From his first jar, there was fermentation and a pleasant smell. In his second jar, the rice turned black and mushy and released a foul smell. And the third jar began to rot and mold. As the author of a Kenneth Copeland Ministries article pointed out, the Bible explicitly says that the tongue has the power of life and death in Proverbs 18:21. Regarding all this, music is not just another accessory to life. It is a ground basis to nearly every aspect of existence. I would hope that everyone would be more aware and tactical of the words they speak and the music they listen to.